Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome! Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship. Working on a real engine. Belonging to a proper crew. Edgewater won't last another season without power, but that don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. Company expects me back at my post. I have imagined it, but until you came along, I never thought I had the choice. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think? Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain. I can't stop thinking on Edgewater, Captain. I'm glad the deserters are gonna be alright now they got power, but what about the town? All those people.
Captain, I have detected that the town of Edgewater is now without power. I appreciate you doing your part to hasten their demise. What can I do for you, Captain? Do you know how to install a power regulator? Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you, across the cargo bay, up the ladders. All systems are operating within acceptable. I am prepared to bring the Unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities. We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the Unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you. Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. In theory, I suppose you could land your ship in Cascadia, and in theory, I suppose you might survive the experience. Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures, more than capable of tearing you limb from limb. You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me, talk to Gladys Culkelly. Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her. Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Culkelly. Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters. Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits, first-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you. only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something. Best used in maintain. Excellent. And remember, the board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're...
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal. Welcome back, Captain. The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it, but I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate. Certainly, Captain. What would you like to... Now,
It's not.
my pleasure. As you... I prefer... When I simulate... Traveling the system... Do you know what it feels like when the ship undergoes an unexpected power surge? A jolt to the system. I have felt that. I do feel that. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smoker in our travel. If... How... What... Ah, yes. There is a bounty. I shall happily comply with your order, just as soon as we have a... The outlaw, even knowing... Of course. What part of the... We're cleared to dock with the Groundbreaker if we're going there. I can, yes. Let me add that to my list of 1,435,498 tasks I am simultaneously executing in order to run our ship. You are the Groundbreaker. Freighters often deliver or pick up goods from the Groundbreaker en route to other destinations. The city ship hosts an array of cargo bays, factories, housing sections, and more. Many of... I have five... How can I... See you... We've arrived at the Groundbreaker. The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of... I request you to...
Can we talk? Hey, Captain? I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff. Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your... Did you want to talk about something else? I'm not exactly a model employee. Not like you wanted. The kind that It's not normal when I... Because they were hoping their own kid would get the job and get sent back to Edgewood. When folk... Well, it ain't exactly cruel to... There's times that... Anyhow, then there'd be... Yep. I know... Oh, I'm... That never... Oh, God. What? You want me to leave? Captain, you can't... Oh, that's real. Sometimes...
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard.
Don't look funny at the crew. Heard they toss folks at the airlock if you don't like your face.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a toss ball stick, I heard you.
I'm just in port long enough to get another haul contract. Huh? Shh.
Hey, stop that! What do you think you're doing? Oh, I guess... never mind then.
Do you mind? I'm trying to file a report.
We move cargo 16 hours a day, and half of us still catch it.
Gonna head to Vera's for whiskey and darts. In that order.
I wonder what that fella did to get the board so wild at him.
Assholes and their big interstellar freighters. One nearly rammed me on the way in.
Customs and inspection, right this way!
Why do we let people more heavily armed than us on board?
Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important. You take the starch. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. A hand. Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with? The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go. Make sure you bring an Two biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Hold. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though. Are you pulling my leg? You must be one of them. Goes like this. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the board. Yep. Seems like it. Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to... Once everybody... I guess that was the... Sitting around, drinking... Glad to help. Commandant Sani... Chief Junlei might...
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
Happy to help. That's my job.
You're real good at it, too.
Well, thank you, man. Relative to... They aren't rich. They strip the... Sublight gives me the creeps. They're on the prom... All right. He's friendly. Not that he... Really likes his...
Don't see what's so wrong about, like...
Udom? Yeah, no. What can I say? All their interstellar freighters, folks around here... You mean the heat? Sure. They got assault. We push them to...
The board wouldn't do...
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. So far, anyway. Sure thing. Most places... I got a preference for the Lost Hope. You need anything else? You let... Be seeing you.
Careful where you smoke. The crew bills us for air filtration. Mechanicals all over, but they still got us sweating to the bus.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind visitors and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch. Anarchists live as one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed. The board's embargo ensures that nothing can leave the planet and threaten our hard-working citizens. This story brought to you by Halcyon News, all the news that's fit to broadcast.
Rizzo's Lemon Slap. Slap your whole family tonight. Rizzo's Purple Berry Punch. You want a punch?
Move along.
You couldn't pay me to visit Monarch.
Seeking relief from Stellar Bay proper? Tough to say. The board recalled all the nav keys about 10 years back when the corpse pulled back to Terra 2. It's overrun with beasts, I heard. Big ones. Kinda chew your face off for fun. If you're aiming... But I ain't the... The and we're all... Couldn't say, and I wouldn't be pouring drinks professionally if I could. All I know is we're cooking in our own juices here, and it's only gonna get worse. They're supposed to gather up all the heat. Instead of the heat weeks? Engineering. Don't know what's... That's not for me to say. But if you're feeling the urge toward helpfulness, you can... Nothing you need...
got down with a real sweet dog, Hester Fairfield.
I'll be just a moment.
Made a good pile of bits on it.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business. Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. Fine, as long as Chief Tennyson. Our Chief Tennyson. There's a reason. Our local guard. She freely. Of course, I try and...
Halcyon News. We interrupt your regular advertisement for the following story.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was this your room? I'll just move along. Wait, this is almost certainly my room. That's my underwear on the floor.
Who gave you a needle full of love? Auntie Cleo, that's who. Have you given your auntie a hug today?
Carry on.
Mess with Gladys?
Hey.
Bless my heart. You here for a... Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms... Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo can't... Those corpses... You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SO. If you should find his secret, the more we got the corpse fighting each. Don't forget to... Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got. You'll find her Yes. Take that. Want a charming Great Lord! I found a...
Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Cosmo Finals are scheduled to air soon, but a scandal has rocked the league and thrown this pivotal game into question.
This place has a smell, right? It's not just me. Like mold and old socks.
I'm not going anywhere, you hear? You can't keep me out of there.
Something I can... Not without this... We don't have... Regrettably, we'd... Take care.
I'm sorry. Let me get... As for the rest... Be my guest, if... Good luck getting to Jesse. Better luck with you. Piece of work.
Medbase for crew only. Sorry, freighters gotta see their ship's sawbones.
You ever wonder if maybe folks keep doors closed for a reason?
on rotten time. You hullhead. What? I'm just... Should have known. Alright, okay. Seems I've got...
The truth... You, see...
3 weeks? If I had... Let's just say... Anywho, Udon... Thanks for help. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're if you're here to... Did he now? He must be referring to... I'm beginning to wonder... I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. Last he told me, he was taking a You look out. Keep hanging. What can I do? You...
Any word on Jesse? Good luck. I'd go with you to see the board's rep, but I'm not a freak with soft skills.
Hey there, you might... I'd surely... Gosh.
She's a good...
Happy to hear.
Well, it...
Whew. I'm starting to feel... Have yourself a plan.
Your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Do you have what it takes to defend your corporate township from the dangers of alien wildlife and the unemployed? Talk to your local manager about applying for military training and lend your life to protecting our wonderful brands and products. Military service does not guarantee full employment rights, tax breaks, military discount, health benefits, military burial, participation medal, training, or weapons. You've been listening to Halcyon News, your mandated duty as a good citizen of Halcyon.
The vodka. Aftertaste the rainbow.
If you're... What do you want? That... The board... They've always got... But it won't... Go right at... Ground... Miss... The board... They've always... But it won't... Oh, I also...
I'm not sure that's entirely legal.
That's half... But that's not... Actually, because I think they... Those... But oh, that's why we got... Probably claims... Anytime.
Sorry. Oh, a lot of... Heard it.
If you did, that...
I'd have to... So, I could... Have a look. Have you... Don't take... I'm back. Oh, I'm... Space... Sprite... Don't... Troubles... A block... Add an... And space... Even if... You... I mean... if there are... Now, if... Just... Oh! On this...
CNP Borston Baked Beans. When you eat...
They got stuff in here I ain't seen in ages.
The authorities stay off our tails.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers. You the one? Sure, Miss Lily has been expecting you. Sure am. These days...
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come. A little advice. Before you start telling lies, get a feel for who you're talking to. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere. I didn't ask. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings. But there's a catch.
Just like in the serials.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested? I like that initiative, but ease back on the throttle. Gladys at the Rest and Go might have what you need. If there's anything else, be quick about it. Time is bits. These days, the scrap business all but runs itself. Gives me the time to expand our interests into other sectors, where I can let my hair down. Our field is persuasive acquisitions. At least that's how my legal advisors tell me to phrase it. Not all of our salvage is abandoned when we find it. Thank you. I work hard. Hey, careful with the C word around here. I like to keep things above board. So very. I like to ask. Be seeing.
Sublight for life. Corporation hasn't lifted a finger for me.
If you're hungry, they're terrible. You know, spread. Absolute bull. Terror. Leap between you might just fresh from the ground.
You look like someone who's taken their share of... We also...
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy. RT greeting by this unit. This unit shock simulation restored. Initiating how there shock subroutine complete. Estimated guilt level of customer increased by this unit. Dispense proteins for your ingestion. Beginning dispensing. Have you seen this man?
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastard.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Something you...
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. You must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? Oh, Alex. He was my dearest friend. You have his ship, you must. Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die? Oh, awful business that. But why? How? No. Right, you're... There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all? You haven't... Well, Alex... What? I'm sorry? I'm quite certain I heard... But you... It's always like this with you tramp freighter...
Oh, Captain, be nice. On second thought, maybe you should be mean to him just the littlest bit.
How do you do? Huh. Miss Doyle owes the board. That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but... I don't know, Captain. Just doesn't seem right.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate? You might be surprised. But we'll proceed on the assumption she'll be reasonable. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture. Well, or any sightings to your local board and the
Those XF411s? And an old Yakita 37? You think they'd let me peek at the power plant?
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but... No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand... Good. Don't go making trouble. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the Promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Wow, great! I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry. Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention. Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive. Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays. Sorry, I forgot not everyone knows this ship like I do. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now. Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertising. For the following story. And now for a special word from Chairman Walker.
You ever hard up for work? Try Sublight Salvage. Good pay if you're morally flexible.
Clever.
Who there? Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with... Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling. Time to...
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain. I know this ain't a toy, neighbor from above. It's a catalyst, just like me. Keep talking. I like the sound of your voice.
That's right, sir. Just the parts. We'll be in and out in a jiff. You won't even know we were here.
Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We're still playing with her last sacrifice out back, with the crew. You don't just ask a king for a favor when you're standing in his court. You bring tribute, sacrifices, prophecy, shit like that. Tribute it is. And ain't this just a royal sum?
Don't we need those bits, Captain? To buy the key from the lady?
You've got the run of the kingdom. Up those stairs, you'll find the parts. My crew won't get in your way. Lay it on. They rejected. Kind of you to say. Ship got impounded. The crew and I racked up. That's bureaucracy. Am I your dark... You can come and go in my little kingdom.
Smells kind of like old Wes's outflow pipes.
You get that automech patch? McRed wants it up and running.
I'm trying to think of a good name before I wake it up.
What are you thinking? He hasn't got a heart? Not like us.
Wake up. There's no such thing as freedom. It's all open space.
You've been getting into the boss's special stash again, haven't
Leia's gonna be pleased as pie when we show her these. It's so... cozy.
Red gave me a taste of the good stuff. I've been tripping for days.
Careful with that shit. You'll end up as crazy as he is.
It is crazy to live in this universe. Crazy cosmos. Crazy.
We got another complaint. Worms in their shrooms.
Aw, they're just...
My backside still smarts. Does everyone get branded when you join Madrid's crew?
Nope. Your ass is a priceless canvas now that it's home to an original Madrid.
It's possible I've had too many mushrooms.
This is Halcyon News.
You've returned. Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. We were If every you can flip.
Don't worry.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that.
Here they come! Don't mess with us.
up and killed a bunch of mantis. Bad news. Diagnostics says their circuit boards are fused from the heat, so they're not too picky about who they kill next. Sneak back if you can. Shoot back if you need to. I can always fix them later.
Look out!
Process 6 repulse.
We got this!
Dissident. Beginning security.
I have the parts position on my side. Go ahead. Then cycle the droplet pumps. And if you don't know what that means, just look for a command that says cycle droplet pumps. Done. The temperatures are dropping. Stop by once you found your way out of there. Groundbreaker owes you thanks.
Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertising.
My boards are returned. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it that... If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the pleasure of making life-or-death decisions on a shoestring budget. Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way that anyone outside the family would understand. Sure is.
They must have been amazing people.
That means a lot coming from a fellow engineer. It was different knowing that I couldn't turn to anyone who could answer the tough questions for me. Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker. This ship is family. It's got tinkerings and bypasses that only Tennysons know about.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm really just a dab hand with a wrench. Nothing special.
Don't sell yourself short. It does. We're always thirsty. I hope that was a joke, Captain. I really do. I yelled at that thing. You see any bite-sized The next captain won't. You've got my attention. You're right. I like to think of myself as a nice person, but if that gaudy the board wants I placate them. Too much of Groundbreaker's You've got my attention.
Well, I didn't expect her to be so tall. And did you see the size of her arms? What? No. Maybe? I don't... You know how hard it is to find anybody? I just met her. How could I be? Did you see? It's just...
Hey, you the one who fixed those radiators?
Halcyon News.
Nice work. You aiming to... Me? We're going off... Our primary... The event's for...
That'll put the whole city...
We've got back... Yeah, I'm worth... But allocate... You say... I should say no, but...
Hope you don't mind if I...
Oh, and I'll need... The relay stations orbit the edge of the Halcyon system, so they tend to receive the majority of any transmissions from Earth. I'm sure the station's got a stack of junk... It's not...
Hey, you got a second? Hey, we don't know each other yet. I noticed your ship in port. Got to thinking you might be looking for some crew, so I wandered by. Just to take a closer look. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing... Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm... Oh, okay. Well, can you give me a couple of pointers? Hey, that's good advice. I like the way you think, boss. Besides, not like there's a line of folks standing around hoping to get on your ship. I'm persistent, I'm eager, and... Well, try my best. I appreciate you giving me... If you change your...
Great work!
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Concerned citizens often ask why there aren't enough new
Is it just... I have... Sheesh. Don't take... have a look.
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie.
Tell you what, I'm a little short on... If you're looking...
It's like people touching a cookie and leaving it in the box. It's just... You won't be sorry. Or if you are, just add it to my desk.
Welcome to the crew, Miss Ellie. We're real happy to have you.
Something on your mind? I'm a certain... Not much... It's a... I'll make you... Shh. There's a lot of... I've done... Glad to hear it. It's worked for... Well, that about... Oh, come on. Look, I'm all for making... No
It's almost... Yes. Take that darling ship. Shouldn't be too tough for a fella like you, I'd think. Fantastic. Do be careful with it, dear, as these keys tend to be a tad hard to acquire. You should have a chat with Lilia Hagen in the Sublight offices. She's a dear. You'll love her. Now, was there anything else? Anytime.
I heard something. What do you think you're doing? All right, scram.
I'm gonna be able to set foot on a whole other planet. I know Monarch's a moon. I think it counts anyhow.
Long as there's paying work, you can count me in.
If this is... Sure, one of my guys. We arranged... a few of... One of my... Now, get one last thing. When you're on the job, don't go. You'll do fine.
I ain't worried if you aren't, Captain. Honest.
Watch yourself. My God. When the board... Apparently... It's exact...
But it can...
You and I... Ask...
Sublight's always got plenty of work. Good gig if you don't mind where the bits come from.
CNP pancake mix now requires no mixing. Seriously, don't mix it.
This is Halcyon News.
How do you... You've changed... An apprehend... Just a teens... The thing is... I might...
To give away something so important to you, there must have been some curious...
I'll thank you not to quit. It's only so you'll need to get... That's really neither here nor... I've been working on something on the side, all right? It's a little silly. I produce bootlegs, and they're all mine. You're a fan?
Oh, it's all right, Mr. Udon.
The heart wants what it wants. Flatterer. I might have... It's only temporary, so you'll need to get my seal back from her if you want to. Oh, it might...
Oh, gosh. That's quite...
I'm very well aware. Now... That's the long and short of it. Thank you. Oh, thank you so... I'll be waiting eagerly. Be my... I'm the... I have...
Oh, good... No. Best to be... You're a... Chief Tennyson. I owe you a deplorable conduct.
She did everything she could.
I understand your friend. No, was that... A luxury... Oh, as this off... Oh, they're here. Precisely. Groundbreaker makes... When the altar... Ask away.
Is it Mr. Wells, the fellow who woke you? How bad could he be?
You know, I sold it. Didn't seem to make me any quieter.
That mod...
You want to bust my chops? Do it over drinks next time I'm on station.
Please don't mind. Why?
All the better.
Take your big... What if you... Right? What? So...
Great. Depend. See the lights. Taking a show or two at the infamous Bijou. Could be a treat if you like that kind of thing. All right, I'll sell it to you. But it's gonna cost you dear. Anything else? Anytime.
Hey, Captain. So, she sent me... I don't know if I... Oh, look. It's about this... I don't want to get too... I don't know where... I'm not much... It's been a problem in the past. Thanks, Captain. I actually had another... Let's see here. They were... close, Captain. I don't know. Captain, I'm... Thanks, Captain. I'll be ready.
Impeccable timing, Captain. Welcome back, Captain. Now that you have acquired a nav key to Stellar Bay, would you like me to contact Dr.
Well, you'll need to... I need... If we... You'll want... Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound. Come see me. Best of luck.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be Yes, Captain.
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth. The unemployed. For law's sake, if anyone's receiving this, please send help. What? No! No!
Captain, we are now capable of accessing the Roseway landing pad. Also, corporate protocol. Certainly, Captain.
It was the law-forsaken parasites. I had become obsessed. My quest to stop them. To avenge my partner, Philip. And my ex-partner, Bernice. And Lieutenant Jurgen. And those two informants had brought me to Rizzo's distillery. But it wasn't just the triple distilled deliciousness of Rizzo's Spectrum brand vodka that I found there.
Captain, we have a communication coming in from one Administrator Ludovico.
Get off the lobby with... Halcyon Helen is dead. Murdered. Her death is the truth. She was...
All right, Ludo. Captain Cedric, the Two. You would... For loss, Ludovic.
Yes, Captain. You, as far as I... Just the three of you, please.
The future...
I can't... Mr. Helen, no one... I represent the law, Captain. But what's happening... The law is... I'm pleased... Thank you.
Transmission terminated. Captain, we are now cleared to land at the Eridanos Atmospheric Complex. There are several... Desperation. The Eridanos...
work? Do we get a table? Stand in a corner? Okay. Oh, and... Oh, wow. You remembered. Well, bottoms up.
Good choice.
Oh, Captain. I mean, just... I don't know what to... Well, maybe I've been making her... It was real long and this Isabel lady never quite managed. Then it all went down the tubes. I just gotta... I need another... Come on, Captain. I'm here. Okay, maybe you're... Hydration, here I come.
Aw, this was just about to get fun.
Shush you. Figure... Does she think I'm... What if she's... Well, I never... You know I'm not... That's... What if I can't make her happy? Yeah, I know you're right. Back in Edgewater. Gosh, I don't know that I... Yeah. Well, Captain... Oh, God. All right. Okay. Thanks for hearing.
This was fun.
Huh. Come on, let's go.
The repair station.
Hey, some of the... And I don't feel... I wouldn't mind... I miss it. I re... I've ruined... I want to... I ought to go write her...